This is a Flying Cow production. Well, hello, and welcome back to Movie Battles here on the Flying Cow, where we take the very best in Disney Pixar movie trivia and we put them head to head. I am the Flying Cow himself, Clay Johnson, and here with me today, thanks for helping me out with this, Amber.
Absolutely.
The gold standard, Amber Coates. This is a very last minute thing.
You know,
We
I feel like I take good direction when it's last minute, man.
Yeah, we were not scheduled to have this match. I got notification literally like a couple of hours ago that Caleb had a match that he wanted to play. And we set this up. I mean, I didn't even know who he was playing until about 10 minutes ago. So this is very last minute. For anyone who might not remember, Little Boat, Caleb Boatman has a title shot. In just a little bit, he is getting a title shot at Movie Battles Fallout against the reigning undefeated champion, Mad Madam Kelly Meehan. And now he wants to play this random match. I mean, I will say currently, Caleb's record does not, show how good he is. He's currently 1-2. But as we know, he won the Elimination Gauntlet. That's how he got this title match. So maybe he just wants to a chance to prove himself. I'm not really sure what's going on. I will say though, not the competitor I would have chosen for Caleb to go against. He is facing off, someone who's not very established here in movie battles. My friend Jonathan, Jon-Jon, the Phenomenon, Harrell. He is made one appearance in the Elimination Gauntlet. And I mean, I'm sure he would even tell you it wasn't maybe the best of showings. But he had fun. He did a great job. He did his best, but this isn't exactly the pairing I would have chosen for Caleb. I'm not really sure, but I think maybe we should just go ahead and get things started. What do you say?
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, anything to boost that record.
Yeah. I mean, I guess you got to do what you got to do. But yeah,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and bring in today's competitors. Introducing first, making his singles debut here in Movie Battles, he is Jon-Jon, the Phenomenon Harold.
Hey everyone, it's good to be here.
Jonathan? You're over. Hey.
Oh, hey.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah, doing great. I was just in the neighborhood, and here I am now doing movie battles of trivia or something. Yeah, super excited.
Yeah. You know this is Disney trivia this time, right?
Yeah, I learned that last time.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for the Marvel trivia, but it's just like my grandpa always told me. The green horse loves licking my granny's knees.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've never heard that one.
He said those words to me right before he died of a stroke, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That tracks, yeah.
But I gotta say, Jonathan, it's great to have you here. But were you expecting this match? How did you find out about this?
Yeah, I have 2 kids. I had no idea I'd be a part of something like this. I just get a ring on the telephone or text these days, Facebook Messenger. I don't know what the kids are up to, but I was like, hey, it's a fun hobby at night. I don't know. Sure.
Something to do, I guess.
Yeah, well,
to hang out with us.
I gotta say, like I said, glad to see you here. We will just have to see what happens here. But I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
I agree.
Woot woot.
All right.
Indeed.
All right. And his opponent, representing boats of all sides, with a record of 1 win, 2 defeats, and 1 knockout. He is the 2022 Elimination Gauntlet winner. He is Little Boat, Caleb Boatman. He just came in the middle of his introduction.
I don't care about your order or anything. Look, I don't care about your stupid little scripted bits of Jonathan, you should pretend to look at the camera, that there's a camera over there and that you don't know where the camera is. Look, Clay.
Yeah.
Look, my whole motto is going to be, it's not personal, it's just business tonight, right? Do I have anything against Jonathan personally? No. Do I have anything against what he represents? Yes. Because here's the thing, there's been 2 types of competitors in this league. There's been the one type, I like what a Disney is. I've seen Aladdin once. I'll play that, and all of Clay's little buddies who, Clay, hey, you should come play this little thing. Come play here and get your record up real high, because you're only playing people who don't actually care about trivia. And then I'll send it to the people who actually care about trivia, people who actually like this stuff. And you'll be higher ranked than them because we've been able to play so long, and they're just coming in, even though they're the ones who are actually good. That's what it's been, and that's what I don't want it to be, and that's why Jonathan has to go down. Because at the end of the day, look at my record, right? That's why I want this match. Look at my record. 1-2, but who did I lose to? David Garcia and Caleb Coho. Not Clay's little buddies, not Clay's little friends. No, the Hammer's been helping me out. The Hammer, look, does everybody like the Hammer? I don't care.
No.
The point is that he's actually getting things done because he's getting the schedule the way it should be, and getting all Clay's little buddies out of the way because they don't actually care about this stuff. Let's get the people who are actually good wins. Let's get them matches, and let's get them priority because they're the people who should actually be doing well.
Wow.
Okay. A lot was said there. But
those were words.
You know what? Why don't we just go ahead and get into the match? What do you say?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
All right. So let's go ahead and let's bring Jonathan back in here and let us go ahead and get this started with the reading of the rules for round number 1. All right. In round number 1, 8 questions from random categories will be given to all competitors. Competitors will have 15 seconds to write each answer. Answers must be spoken aloud when revealing your response. All questions in this round are worth 1 point. If either competitor gets a perfect round, they will receive a 1-point bonus question. Competitors also have 3 repeats that they can use at any time throughout the match. If you need a little bit more time or you want to hear a question again, use your repeats. Competitors also have a challenge. If you disagree with a ruling, you can challenge. If your challenge is upheld, you will keep your challenge. There is no stealing in this round. All right. Are our competitors ready? Good. All right. Amber, are you ready?
The gold standard's locked and ready to go.
All right. Well, then I don't know about you guys, but I feel ready for a movie battle. Action begin. And we are going to start in round number 1 with question number 1 in the category of early classics and classics. These are the films of mostly the 30s through the 50s. And your question. In the film What does Honest John first try to convince Pinocchio to do instead of go to school? Pinocchio, gotta say, I think this was nightmare fuel for many a child.
Oh yeah. And honestly, at the time, I would have done anything but go to school.
Oh,
But you know, totally understand it, but
Yeah.
still creepy.
yeah. We'll see what our competitors think in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and we are going to start with Jonathan first.
I have no idea. I said go to the fair.
That is incorrect. Maybe not a bad idea. Caleb,
an actor.
that is correct. Become
Okay.
an actor. All right. So, Caleb is up by 1, going into the next question in this round.
This one is going to be in Renaissance, mostly the 90s. Which Disney animated film was released in 1995?
1995. Do you remember what you were doing in 1995?
I was 11 years old.
11 years old.
Yeah.
I was 12, on the verge of 13. Is that correct? Yeah. My birthday's
Yeah,
in
80s,
November,
baby.
so it's hard. It's like, I think 13. Oh no, that would have been at the end of the year. In 5, 4,
Do you know how old
3,
you are?
2, 1. All right. Oh yeah.
Start with Caleb.
You're all boomers. Pocahontas.
That is correct. And
I'm
Jonathan?
not that old.
I put Hercules. I have no idea.
Oh, that is incorrect, unfortunately. But Caleb takes a 2-0 lead going into the third round, or not the third round, the third question in the category of the dark times. These are the films of the 2000s. And your question: in what film will you find characters such as Dr. Doppler, Captain Amelia, and Scroop?
I would just like to say that I am not a boomer.
No,
My year range says millennial.
I was about to say I'm not even a Gen Xer. Like that's
I had to
like way
teach-
beyond.
I had to teach 2 early 20-year-olds how to use social media the other day. So, I mean,
Yeah.
no, I am by no means a boomer. I dye my hair purple and I don't do anything.
4, 3, 2, 1. The definition of a millennial. All right.
Yes.
So we are starting with Jonathan.
But Atlantis?
That is a film that came out during that time, but that is incorrect.
The underrated Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet is
Oh.
correct.
I marked out Treasure Planet. I'm sad.
Oh. Yeah, sometimes it's that second guessing, but Caleb takes a 3-point lead going into the fourth question in this round.
All right. Well, the fourth question's in the category of Pixar. In Turning Red, what specific animal does May turn into when she gets excited? I love Turning Red. I think
love
it's
this
such
movie.
a cute movie.
It's
my
I
God.
honestly, I mean, I've only watched it the once, but
Mhm.
it catapulted into the upper tiers of Pixar for me. It's so
It-
good.
adorable.
It-
It made me
it's-
think of so many other things, and I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and I like that it goes for that teen demographic, not just children. In 5, 4,
absolutely.
3, 2, and 1.
All right, we're gonna start with Caleb. What you got?
Red Panda.
That is correct. And Jonathan?
Hey, I got one. Red Panda.
All right.
Yay!
Jonathan is on the board, currently 4-1, going into the next category in this round, and that is the category of hybrid and Muppets. These are the films of live action animation combinations and Muppets films. And your question: in which Muppets film will you see cameos from Steve Martin, Mel Brooks, and Dom DeLuise?
Better question. Where won't you find a cameo for Steve Martin?
It's true. What's really funny is this is actually the second question match that I have filmed today that had a question about Steve Martin in it.
That's amazing.
We'll have to see if anybody can figure out which one I'm talking about in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and Jonathan.
I put Muppet Treasure Island because, yeah.
I mean, it's got the word Muppet in it, but
The
Caleb?
Muppet movie.
That is correct. All right, so Caleb is currently leading 5-1. Perfect going into the 6th question in this round.
Which is in the category of the decline and the wilderness, the 60s to the 80s. In the Jungle Book, what is the name of the panther voiced by Sebastian Cabot? I really do like the Jungle Book.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
It is, and the music is so catchy.
It's true. Oh yeah, I mean, there's some all-time classics in there. 5.
Oh yeah.
4, 3, 2, and 1.
All right, Caleb, what answer do you have?
Bagheera.
Perfect. And Jonathan?
Blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that was the original translation of the name.
I knew the somewhat syllables of it. It's cool.
All right, so Caleb is still perfect, 6-1, going into the next question in everybody's favorite category, package films. These are, of course, the short collections of the 40s. And your question: which of these is not a segment of Make Mine Music? The Bumble Boogie, Blue Bayou, or The Whale Who Wanted to Sing at the Met?
I just would like to discuss the whale who wants to sing at the Met.
I know. Is that not like the craziest name for a segment? It's like, I wonder what that's about.
For so many reasons, I love the idea of this segment, primarily because the Mets are playing, and the Met Gala is going on right now.
Well, there you go. There you go. Synergy. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. And Jonathan, we are starting with you.
I put The Whale because you talked about it so much.
That is incorrect. And Caleb?
The Bumble Boogie.
The Bumble Boogie is correct. So Caleb, currently still perfect, 7-1, going into the final question in this round. If he can get this correct, he will have a perfect round.
Whew. All right. So this is from the CG Revolution from the 2010s to present. In Encanto, what is the name of Mirabel's super strong older sister? I love this movie.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with this movie.
I will say I liked it much better on the second viewing, but the music in this movie is so good. No issues with the music at all.
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah.
And then when it first came out, and then I saw it again a month later while infirmed and stuck in an apartment with COVID. And honestly, then we watched it, I want to say like 3 or 4 times within 4 days. And I was like,
there you go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I think my sister saw it in theaters like 5 times. All right. And not necessarily on purpose. All right. So we are starting. Caleb.
With Caleb.
Louisa, love that perfect round.
And
Yep.
Jonathan?
But Louisa, my kids have seen this 1 million times.
As have
Alright.
you.
Right? Yeah, that's what happens. All right. So, Jonathan finally getting a second point. But the story here is Caleb with his perfect round. So he is going to get a bonus question. Caleb, it's just you, so you don't have to write this down. You can just say it when you got it.
I'm not an amateur.
Good to know. All right. So your question is, The Nightmare Before Christmas was released in what year?
1993.
1993
Correct.
is correct. So Caleb currently leads 9-2, 7-point lead going into round number 2. But hey, you never know. Jonathan gets a good spin. He might have a chance here. All right, in round number 2, also known as the wheel round, each competitor will spin the wheel up to 2 times. If you do not like your first spin, you can choose to spin again. Competitors will get 4 questions in this round. Questions are worth 2 points. Multiple choice is available. However, if you use it, the value of the question will drop to 1 point. Competitors will have 15 seconds to answer each question. Opponents may choose to steal if a competitor gives an incorrect response. Repeats and challenges are still in effect in this round. So let's go ahead and bring up the wheel. First of all, though, Caleb, you get a choice. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to the phenomenon here?
I'll go first.
All right. So we are going to go ahead and bring up the wheel. All right, Caleb, can you see the wheel?
Yep.
Okay, then Caleb, this spin is for you. And you have landed on recent Pixar. These are the films of 2010 to the present. Would you like to keep it, or would you like to spin again?
I'll spin again.
All right. So Caleb, looking for something a little bit more friendly, something that he prefers, and he has landed on the category of Renaissance. So Caleb, you are going to get 4 questions in the category of Renaissance. And Caleb, I'm going to be reading these questions to you. So we're going to go ahead and start with your first question in the category of Renaissance. In The Hunchback of Notre Dame, what is the name of Esmerelda's pet goat?
Jolly.
Jolly is correct for 2 points. All right, moving right into Caleb's question number 2. In Aladdin, Jafar uses a golden what to find the Cave of Wonders?
Scarab.
Golden scarab is correct for 2 points. Caleb, marching right along here, going into the next question. What Batman actor voices the character Thomas in Pocahontas?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is correct for another 2 points. Caleb running this category so far. Let's see how he does with this final question. In the film, what is the name of Mulan's captain and eventual love interest?
Just to be safe, I'll go multiple.
All right, going to multiple choice. And your options there. Is it A, Shan Yu, B, Li Shang, C, Chi Fu, or D, Shai Wang?
B.
The Li Shang is correct for 1 point. All right, so Caleb picking up 7 out of a possible 8 in that category. Caleb is just rolling right along. Right now, he currently leads Jonathan 16-2. So Jonathan's gonna have to have quite the round in order to stay alive in this match, but you never know what could happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring up the wheel for Jonathan. All right, so Jonathan, here is, can you see the wheel first of all? All right, then
Yes.
Here's your spin. Looking for something friendly. And we have landed on princesses. These are, of course, questions about Disney princesses, any type of princess. So, Jonathan, would you like to keep it or would you like to spin again?
Yeah, I'll keep it. Why not?
Why not? All right. So
There you
Jonathan is keeping princesses. And Jonathan, you're going to receive 4 questions in this category, and Amber is going to be reading these to you.
All right. So for question 1, in The Princess and the Frog, what is the name of Tiana's rich, prince-obsessed friend?
Multiple choice. Why not? Right.
All right. So your options are A, Charlotte, B, Victoria, C, Suzanne, and D, Miranda.
I'm gonna say D, Miranda.
That is incorrect.
Charlotte.
Eh.
Thank you, Caleb. That is correct.
That
Didn't want
is-
to waste anybody's time.
Understood. Do me a solid and allow me to reread the question in the multiple choice, and you can answer as quickly as you want without a shrug. Thank you. So, question number 2. Who plays Princess to be Giselle in Enchanted?
Amy Adams.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 3. Who provided the voice of Merida in Brave?
Oh gosh, I have no clue. Multiple choice.
All right. For multiple choice, your choices are your options are A, Kate Bracken, B, Rose Leslie, C, Kelly MacDonald, or D, Karen Gillian.
I'm going to say A.
That is incorrect. Caleb, I'm going to ask you the question again. Who provided the voice of Merida in Brave? Your options are A, Kate Bracken, B, Rose Leslie, C, Kelly MacDonald, or D, Karen Gillan.
Of Train Spotting fame, Kelly MacDonald.
Beautiful. I do love that movie. Thank you so much. That is correct for 1 point.
And your winner by knockout, Little Boat, Caleb Boatman. All right, unfortunately, with that steal, Jonathan does not have the opportunity to even get within 10. So that is the end of the match. Great job, though, guys. Fun match. So we will see you guys in just a second for post-match interviews. Wow. Okay.
That was a match.
That was a match. I feel like that was what was expected to happen.
If anything, it sounds like Caleb was looking for, a way to prove himself, and by KOing somebody, I would go ahead and say he has attained his goal in some way.
I would certainly say so. I mean, he certainly is in a rush to get this done. Not really sure what's going on there, but I gotta say, even though he got knocked out, Jonathan obviously working his way around the questions, going to multiple choice when he, needed to, acquitted himself very well, just a little out of his wheelhouse. But I think he played very well for, the knowledge that he had available to him.
Yeah, I mean, he still was able to pull at least one of the questions in, like, without multiple choice.
Yeah.
In Princesses. I think that if he were to take on Marvel, if that were something that we were doing right now, I think he'd probably do a great job. But I mean, it's not the worst showing. I know a lot of people who couldn't do any of this. So I mean, it's pretty good. And it sounds like, Caleb is getting exactly what he's looking for. He KOs somebody and, just had to slow him down a little bit. Like that impatience. It's very clear that, the mentorship with the hammer is actually working out to someone's benefit, although not ours.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and go right into our post-match interviews.
Well, Jonathan, I mean, I would say that was a great showing. You came out in the gauntlet, and I think that was your first match, and this is your first actual day, like foray into singles. How are you feeling after that?
It's one thing to watch this on YouTube in my spare time, but it's another thing to actually be in the pressure cooker a little bit. Yeah,
it's very different, and we us who hang out in this world, we call it under the lights. So I mean, it was your first real time on your own under the lights, and what are you looking to do like the rest of your time in here? You think this is something that you want to keep doing?
yeah. I would come back. I feel like once you realize that Marvel is a part of Disney, just saying, I'm Captain America. I'm just saying. No, I'm definitely not in my wheelhouse. I feel like I can pull some 90s and of course some of the newer stuff thanks to my kids. But heck, I'm happy to be here and still a happy camper.
I love it. See, that positive attitude is literally the thing that is going to make you a fun challenger for any person. And thank you so much for coming out, for hanging out with us, for having this vibrant attitude, and doing your best. I love it. So,
Yeah, woot woot. I'll see you guys again.
woo, woo. Thank you so much. Oh, well, Caleb, it looks like you've won again, and you're really proving exactly what you're trying to prove by boosting your strength of, record and going for that title. How do you feel?
Look, can we stop pretending that Jonathan played well? Like I'm sorry. Look, I'm sure you're a very nice guy, but like we're being like, oh yeah, no, Jonathan didn't do too bad. Like no, he missed. He didn't know Hercules. He didn't know Treasure Planet. He didn't know a lot of easy questions that you should know. If you really like, I get you're trying to be nice. You're trying to be like friendly. Like you don't want to admit that the player played bad. Fair. But if you really want to be nice to Jonathan, you'll tell him to play somewhere else because this isn't for you. Like that's the matter of fact is I'm sorry, Jonathan, you shouldn't be playing in trivia. You shouldn't. You're bad. I'm sorry. You're bad. Like that's the thing. We keep catering and putting the training wheels on these competitors. Like you can do it. And sometimes you just got to take the training wheels off, rip the Band-Aid off, clear the chickens off the runway and say, you're not very good. Let's make room for the people who actually are. I'm sorry. That's why I'm glad my record is actually in a place where it deserves to be. And I'm glad that Kelly's actually going to have someone worthy of facing her because she's been playing cupcakes. She's been playing cupcakes and she deserves someone who actually has the ability to beat her. That's the matter of fact, is that Kelly hasn't had to face an actual challenger, with the exception of maybe Nazario, and Nazario played like crap in that game. Kelly has not actually had to face anyone good who could actually beat her.
I have a question. Do you actually want to be interviewed or do you just want to talk?
I like talking.
I can tell. However, now that I understand how you feel about any of these new people that are coming into it, and the people who obviously, in your opinion, don't stand up to you, to your knowledge or anything like that, what's your next goal? I know you want the belt. What else do you want to do? Are you just like working on, this whole mentorship with the hammer, or You
The
know,
hammer's a means to an end. At the end of the day,
means to an
look,
end.
the hammer knows what he's doing. I like him, but he's a means to an end. It's a means to an end. What this is about weeding out the people who shouldn't be here. I want to remake this league in a sense of the people who are actually very. Maybe this concept is a little too complicated for some of you to understand, but the people who are good should be winning, and the people who are good should be losing. We shouldn't be in this world where, oh, let's put someone bad against someone bad, and then someone gets the win. Yay! No, we don't need that. It should be the cream rises to the top. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to prove.
Okay. So basically what you're saying, and I'm just making sure that I'm getting the right interpretation off of this. Basically what you're saying is that you've been wrongfully like matched up against people who beat you and they shouldn't have, which to
No,
me
they're
is,
fair to beat me. They beat
oh,
me.
okay.
I'm saying
Okay.
other people have been getting to play cupcakes. They've been getting to play people who roll over and they get their record boosted up. And that's what shouldn't be happening. I don't care about the
Got
people
it.
who you beat me. That's all fair in love and war. At the end of the day, it's the people who have been playing since day one who just so happen to have plays Paramount logins or all these other things. And they're like, yeah, hey, we're buddies. You should play each other. You should play each other. Oh, look at that. My record's real high. I'm sorry. Those are the people who shouldn't be here. And that's maybe if I'm champion, I'll have a little bit more clout to say something about it. Because look, I respect Kelly. Kelly's not saying anything about it. Kelly's participating in the system. I'm standing against the system.
So you're going to die on a hill where you buck the rules. Got it. Okay. Well, Caleb, it is always wonderful to watch whatever this is happen. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful evening and congratulations on your win. Well, that was something.
Wow. Yeah, so I mean, obviously, Caleb has decided to move forward in this new attitude. I don't know.
It's a very, very interesting feeling to have. Like, I don't understand why this has to be his responsibility because, it's a Disney league for fun.
Yeah.
We enjoy what we're doing. You get a belt, but I mean, everybody's got their things. Everybody wants that clout.
Yeah, and look, at the end of the day, we're all doing this because we like this. I appreciate the people like Kelly, like Caleb, like Nazario, who go and study. But I also love the people who come in here and just have fun and know what they know, try their best. And yeah, some of them end up beating other people who don't study, but then some of them beat some of the people who do. So I don't know what Caleb's problem is. I mean, if you got a problem with them, win and beat them. That's all I can say.
I think that's the best way. I mean, and honestly, sometimes we've seen so many times people who don't necessarily have the knowledge, they come in, they try, and then they learn. So that's how you do it. But I guess I understand the point of view. I don't necessarily second it, obviously, but I mean, Caleb is working his way towards his wish.
He is. I mean, he is one win away. And here's the thing. He is currently now 2-2. Both of his wins have been knockouts. And I'm not talking about TKOs. Straight knockouts. KO knockouts. And both of his losses have been razor thin. Like I'm talking about on the fives. So he's no slouch.
I'm just saying, I mean, he doesn't have to be a slouch for me to change his name from Little Boat to Little Brat if he keeps snarking at me during interviews.
It's true. I mean, I gotta say, I'm definitely looking forward to this title match now, to seeing what these two are gonna get up to, because Kelly has yet to be pushed to her 5. And I gotta say, I think Boatman's got what it takes to possibly do that. We will
I'm
just
making the
have to
face because
see.
I'm reluctantly agreeing with you.
I know. I mean, as much as I hate to admit it, this new attitude might be getting him where he wants to be.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But you know what? We're just gonna have to see in the next one, aren't we?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Like I said, we've got some great stuff coming up. We do have very soon movie battles fallout during the first week of July. The main event of that event will be Little Boat Caleb Boatman versus the undefeated champion, the Mad Madam Kelly Meehan. Who will win? Who will walk out champion? Who knows? We will also have a number 1 contender match and other things going on. So I encourage you guys to check that out. But in order to do that, you got to stay here. You got to stay watching and never forget, moo. Moo.